What would you do with $10 trillion? Yes, that's trillion with a T. There's only one company in the world which manages so much money. To put it into perspective, the global net worth is estimated approximately $500 trillion. This company manages 2% of the global net worth and is therefore rightfully named the influencer of the world. Which company are we talking about? BlackRock. BlackRock Incorporated is an American international investment business headquartered in New York, founded in 1988 by Larry Fink, current CEO of BlackRock. BlackRock, started in 1988 as a risk management and fixed income institutional asset manager, has evolved to become the world's largest asset manager, managing $10 trillion in value as of January 2022. BlackRock has 70 offices in 30 countries and clients in 100 countries. BlackRock is one of America's big three index fund managers, along with Vanguard and State Street. Notwithstanding this concentration of ownership, there are worries about probable anti-competitive activity. A 2014 research titled Anti-Competitive Impacts of Common Ownership looked at how this form of common ownership affected airline ticket costs. Investments in Europe. BlackRock has a cool €1 trillion at its disposal for European customers. I hear you thinking, what do they do with all of that? Well, they're like a kid in a candy store investigating a smorgasbord of assets. From high-tech startups to government bonds and even infrastructure projects that'll have us all using renewable energy in the near future. But what does all this financial power mean for European firms and their employees? BlackRock's influence can make or break a company, and if they're investing in you, well, you're pretty much golden. BlackRock has a strong fixed income investing presence in Europe. Their extensive platform and expertise encompass a wide range of European assets, from liquid, high-quality bonds to one-of-a-kind private debt prospects. BlackRock is truly a global corporation, with 70 locations in 30 countries that can combine the benefits of global reach with local service and connections. With customers in North and South America, Europe, Asia, Australia, the Middle East, and Africa, they manage assets. Do you think it's possible to grow proactive investing to the BlackRock of YouTube? Probably not, but why don't we try it? Let's start our journey together and subscribe to our channel now. BlackRock's hidden weapon. BlackRock's cutting-edge trading algorithm, Aladdin, mostly referred to as BlackRock's secret weapon, is not a genie in a bottle, but a revolutionary investment platform that manages more than 4% of all assets worldwide. This innovative system provides comprehensive risk management, portfolio analytics, and trading tools that give BlackRock a significant advantage in the financial industry. The enormous technical undertaking was started by Fink and a number of colleagues, and it's rumored to manage more than $21.6 trillion in assets. The Asset, Liability, Debt, and Derivative Investing Network, or Aladdin, conducts an average of 250,000 transactions every single day. Aladdin handles the Federal Reserve, practically all of the major banks in the United States, and transacts businesses across all asset classes and sectors. It has holdings in 70% of the bond market, 10% of the stock market, and nearly 50% of all ETFs. In less time than it takes for your brain to transmit an electrical signal from your nervous system to your fingers, it utilizes machine learning to compute which trades to execute by gathering data points on every market, every company, and every asset. Aladdin is a network of over 5,000 supercomputers that serve as the brain of the most knowledgeable asset managers and investors in the world of today. The fact that every major bank and fund now relies on Aladdin and its all-knowing AI to outperform the market raises some serious and important issues regarding the nature of our precarious financial system. BlackRock's role during the pandemic. Fast forward to the 2020 pandemic, and BlackRock is one of the largest shareholders in the same banks that they assisted in getting bailed out, making Larry Fink the most powerful person in the post-bailout economy. One of the top shareholders of many of the largest publicly traded companies like Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, and even other major banks like Wells Fargo and Chase, BlackRock's clients include the retirement accounts of average everyday people in the form of pension funds. They also have sovereign wealth funds as clients, other central banks, college endowments, Fortune 500 companies, and millions of individual investors. When you combine the management assets of the three largest asset managing companies, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, Vanguard, the powerhouse behind mutual funds and exchange-traded funds, falls behind BlackRock with just $7.1 trillion under management. How did BlackRock become the world's largest shadow bank? During the late 1990s, BlackRock's growth strategy had shifted to acquisition. It's similar to the Brazilian internet game Agario. In this game, participants control Petri dishes on the screen that grows larger by consuming smaller Petri dishes from other players. With each successful purchase and merger, the asset under management figures increased by the billions to the trillions. The founders of the company had previously worked in the market for mortgage-backed securities. The investment bank was known as the First Boston Company. Their proficiency in risk management played a key role in shaping BlackRock into what it is today. BlackRock, however, never had a big marketing budget, unlike other sizable commercial banks. It also didn't want to be the first thing that people think of when they see an investment bank. When Larry Fink was asked by Bloomberg if it's true that he is the most powerful man in finance, he tried to convince you otherwise by saying, "I don't think of myself as a powerful man." Why do you think this? Had you ever heard of Larry Fink before this video? Well, if not, why and how is BlackRock still the influencer of the world? Well, it's a little bit complicated, but let's dive into it. BlackRock has several remarkable statistics. For comparison, the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China only had $3 trillion under management in 2014. In 2014, BlackRock had $4 trillion under management, making them the world's largest asset manager. As I've just mentioned, their assets have doubled to more than $9, almost $10 trillion over the past 7 years. It seems that BlackRock has a hand in almost everything these days. They're a top shareholder of the entire world. In order to launch a mutual fund in China in 2020, BlackRock is the first international asset management company to acquire clearance from the Chinese government. Also, they own stock in companies operating in all sectors of the European economy, including energy, oil and gas, transportation, agriculture, and, of course, finance. The genuine shocker is as follows. BlackRock has what is referred to as circular ownership, which is that they hold shares in companies that also hold BlackRock shares. Conflicts of interest are almost gone as a result. As a result of their obscene bulk, immense strength, and primarily covert operations, they are virtually everywhere. What motivates someone to construct something this large is the question that you probably have. Larry Fink is regarded as someone who knows Marcus inside and out and understands business backwards and forwards, but it took him a massive $100 million loss to get to this point. Larry majored in political science at UCLA and got his start on Wall Street at age 23. Friends have called him obsessive paranoid about maintaining control. At just 31, Larry became First Boston's youngest managing director in the company history. He contributed to the addition of about $1 billion in the assets to First Boston's bottom line. However, shortly after, the rising star came crashing down. Larry was making money and receiving a ton of accolades, but soon after, the rising star crashed. They began with a $5 million line of credit, and by 1993, they had $20 billion under management. However, due to what some may refer to as a power struggle between Fink and Schwartzman, two extremely strong personalities, Larry broke away to found BlackRock, growing the company at an astounding rate. In 1999, the company went public for $375 million, and in 2004, it merged with Merrill Lynch. The FMA business, which functions as BlackRock's consulting division outside of its investment management activities, was crucial to the US government's reaction to the coronavirus outbreak. The Federal Reserve chose FMA in March of 2020 to manage an emergency asset purchasing program. According to a Wall Street Journal story, there was no procedure whereby additional asset managers might have submitted bids for the position. Imagine BlackRock as a company that has systematically absorbed all of its rivals along the way. The company has acquired legacy companies and fintech startups in an effort to maintain its competitive advantage, since traditional money management is no longer as profitable or distinctive as it once was. The company said that it paid around $1 billion in cash in 2020 to purchase Aperio, an investment provider with headquarters in California. For $1.3 billion, BlackRock purchased the French firm eFront, which operates alternative investments management software. In conclusion, BlackRock has experienced rapid growth over the years and has become the world's largest asset manager with immense influence all over the global financial system. With their cutting-edge technology and vast array of investment options, it's no surprise that they've gained such a prominent position in the industry. As they continue to innovate and expand, it will be interesting to see what new heights they can reach in the years to come. Where do you think BlackRock will be in 5, 10, or 20 years from now? Comment your thoughts down below, and as always, thanks for watching.